Hey guys, welcome to another live session here from Encoder Fashion. I'm Rose, and today we are going to have some fun with this amazing texture that I'm going to apply onto this beautiful Cambodian, more like a modern outfit, but have some kind of traditional texture as well as a little bit of can express of Cambodian style combined with the modern world. Okay, so first of all, right here I have the crop tops with long sleeve and a skirt with side slit where many Cambodian people wear these clothing. Now they probably wear for every day going to certain casual event. In the old day people would wear this to the wedding or some special occasion. It depends on the fabric too. For example, these fabrics right here is silk, which represent many Cambodian women make silk by hand using this silkworm, which there are beautiful prints and pattern come with it. And before we're gonna go further with that though, by the way guys, this is going to be making pattern from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to begin making pattern from scratch and I'm going to close all these patterns. Not only that, I also have the beautiful textile and I'm going to show you how to apply the textile onto, or more like a prints onto the beautiful garment. All right, and before we go any further, I want to point out for those members, thank you guys so much. This month we pick up new members and I just want to welcome you guys to live streaming. I'm going to have live streaming every Monday, and this live streaming you can leave a comment below the video or you can do live chat, and I would prefer you guys leave comment under the video description so I can read it later and I can respond it to your comment with a video. Let's say you have question or topic about making pattern using Close 3D, like for example making skirt, making top, or how you apply the zipper. I have several requests in the past and I create those tutorials for you guys. And not only that, if you guys already signed up for $4.99 or you are plan on signed up and you don't know what plan are you going to sign up for, I would recommend sign up for $4.99. For example, right here I have auto pattern making for pants. Okay, so I'm going to have the intro so show you guys what it looks like. So I'm going to click play here and
Hello
you guys
Designista,
can enjoy.
I hope you have an
Intro
amazing day.
properly.
It's Rose Willie. In today's
Let's say
video, we will
a couple
make
minutes,
these three
okay?
basic pattern blocks in Close 3D from short to straight and skinny pants by using this auto pattern making tool. Is called parametric pattern. I will share with you some tips and tricks on how to make these basic pants pattern blocks easy step by step. Are you ready? Let's get to it. To use the auto pattern making tool, I'm going to go to menu and select editor, then come down here to parametric pattern, click on it to bring this parametric pattern editor window. I'm going to leave everything as is
So
and
let me
select create.
skip you to the end here a
with
little.
rectangle.
So here,
Pretty good, guys.
by
So
the
I'm
end
going
of
to
that
make a
tutorial,
copy of the
we
fabric.
finally created 3 pants
So
using auto function in Close
select
3D.
all these
Okay,
pants patterns.
so this is
As you
the
can see
end
right
of the
here,
video, or close to the
the
end.
pan looks amazing.
So we modify
we have to
first
extend this
pants and then
showing.
get into
I'm
second
going to
and
press on
then
the space bar
finally
one
get
again to
to
stop the
the third
selection.
pants.
And come to this
Okay.
2D window. Zoom in just a little
Alright,
bit.
so now
And
that's
I'm going
one.
to use this
Oh,
edit
another
sewing.
thing I just want to throw out there that if you guys not, let's say you live in, if you guys open YouTube, for example, let's say if you go to Google and then you type in Encoder Fashion, okay, and here you will see Encoder Fashion. Click on that, and here going to be, you end up in this my homepage of Encoder Fashion. So if you guys live in North America, let's say United States, Canada, European country, some European country like Albania, because they don't allow YouTube to monetize, so you can't really see join member. So you can't find the join membership right here. This is a membership. If you can't see that button, you have to use a VPN. Okay, of course I always create the video about that too. If you have any question, you can come over here and then click on the search button right there and then type in YouTube, let's see, membership, and then search, and right here I create a video show you quick and easy way on how to sign up for a YouTube membership with Encoder Fashion, which allow you to get to this member course only. Okay, so I have how to sew and construct blazer with shoulder pads and lining, and I have pleated skirt as well as making pattern from scratch in traditional way. So why I'm saying that, because right now I'm going to create pattern from scratch where clothes 3D pretty much more like a draping rather than drafting the pattern. Okay, so let's say for example I create this pattern right here. How so this is another pattern making course for
basic top pattern
fashion designer who actually want to learn how to make pattern. And by the way guys, this pattern I make from scratch, and I promise you that many of these formula and measurement I have been using them forever, and I have to admit they work really well on women figures. Okay, so these are traditional pattern making course, easy step by step. You can follow along and you can create the garment by the end of each course. Okay, alright, so now let's minimize that, and I'm going to cut back to clothes. So right here, this is the outfit that I'm going to create, and this outfit here I'm going to first let's close out of this. Okay, and we'll go to file here and then select new project. We're going to start creating these pattern from scratch. Alright, so first of all I'm going to open the image here so we can have it as a preference. Let's see, go to desktop and let's try what I just hang on. I'm going to quit that and then come over here, click on this. So we are going to refer to this design for the guideline. So right here we have trim up here, and we have over here trim in the bottom, and then we also have side slit. Alright, so let's get to it. So first I'm going to load the avatar here and select default avatar is the best. Simply double click on it to load her onto the workspace. And by the way guys, this is a basic clothes making pattern which I will go through step by step on how to create this pattern from scratch. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to actually close this for now because, and once again, if you guys have any question, leave a comment below the video. I would love to hear. So first of all, I'm going to change her shoe and hair, and I can also change a few more thing, but right now I want to change to a different hair here. So I'm in clothes and I have this avatar version 2.1. I'm going to come over here and then double click on this hair and select one of these hair right here. Let's just double click on it. Maybe this one. Let's try it. Alright, so that one looking pretty good, and I also want to change the shoe too. Oh, by the way guys, shoes, you can download all the shoes for free from connects official if you are a CLO member. Okay, so right here I'm going to go into my shoe libraries, which I recently downloaded them, and I can change it to icon view here to see the shoe. So a little bit tricky with shoe. Be sure you are apply version 2 shoe to version 2 avatar. Okay, so let's say for example I'm going to double click on the version 2 shoe, and then here, boom, it simply apply onto the avatar just like that, and they are gorgeous. I'm going to press on number 2 here, and just like that. And another tip here, if you want to modify CLO, let's say you want to give her more like a pink lipstick and so on, simply click on the avatar and come over here to the property editor, and I will scroll down here. So by the way guys, certain avatar does not have the function for you to modify, but Mia or Maya, you can click on her face and come over here to the property editor under body styling. You can see the skin style and click on this. See this icon right here, style oh my goodness, style configured. It's quite tripping for those kind of words for me. Sorry guys. Alright, so you can change the hair color, skin, and I want to point out the most important thing here, underwear. Sometimes when you create garment, you want the avatar to have nude, like no underwear, no undergarment, and you need that function. Okay, so right now all I want to do here, change the lip color. So simply click on this lip color right here, and right now it is red. And you can also play with the blend mode a little. As you can see right here guys, you do not have to leave CLO to modify the avatar. See, you can change the blend mode here to, let's say, average, or add pink, or different, and you get to play with, or you can go back to overlay, something like that. And now you can even change the, let's say, eye. You can change the colors of the eye. Ooh, what if like you want something like green, or and then change this subtract. Ooh, that is exclusive. Oh, that's interesting. Overlay. She looks like she has the cat's eye, which is an eyebrow. Let's change to, let's say you want Pepe eyebrow. Choose me Feifei or Grace. Huh. Emma. Let's say Yuna. Nah. I'm going to select Feifei. So I like Feifei eyebrows. They're cute. And remember to click on this OK button right here. Alright, so now we are finished. Next we are going to draft the pattern from scratch. This is the most exciting part, by the way guys. Okay, so this right here, it's more like you draping the garment. Okay, so when you're draping the garment, you pretty much don't need a lot of number. You just need fabric wrap around the garment and pin, cut a hole to create the pattern, and then you bring it and then trace it onto the paper, and then you cut the paper, and then you create the pattern from the paper. This is the analogy of draping the pattern with CLO. So for example, if I show you how to draft this pattern, I would have a bunch of number created on this right here. However though, in this case I'm going to just drape the pattern. To do that, I will use this polygon tool here, and let's begin by creating the top first. Simply come over here, then click one right here, and then you want to come over here. So this one, shoulder gonna be out here a little bit because we have sleeve, and I'm going to click one right here and then come down here. We just want to drop the point here. Okay, so right there, and then come down here and press on shift, click one, zoom in a little, we want this center line, and then click, and then bring over here. And then, so earlier I mentioned that I want just to create crop top However though, I create the entire top and skirt, which is okay because what we're gonna do here, simply click one right here, and I'm going to press on escape here. We want to use the different tool though. Alright, so first of all, let's curve this. We want to use edit curvature tool here to curve the armhole, curve the neck, just like that. Okay, and then we want to use different tool here. So I will come over here and then select this smooth curve tool. We want to click, drag it out to create this curve, just like that. And here we want to click and then drag it in to create this hip curve. So as you can see right here, we have the perfect hip curve. And right here, I felt like I want to bring this up a little bit. Again, this is, we are draping, guys. We are not worried about accurate number, exact number. We just want to have a rough idea what the garment looks like when we just have a quick drape onto the avatar. Okay, all right, so next let's cut this part here because we want to have this part here for skirt and then top here for crop top. So to do that, I will use the internal polygon /line tool here, guys. So by the way, these tools are essential for pattern making. So if you guys are interested in making pattern, this live session is for you because many of these tools that I use here focusing on pattern making. Okay, all right, so now let's come over here and I'm going to, let's simply press on shift to have the pink guideline here and zoom it in. I'm going to click on twice here to finish that line. Okay, so right now we have just the flat waist for the top as well as for the skirt. Alright, so next let's simply click on that and then I'm going to actually bring them out here first because we do not need the avatar anymore. And I'm going to right click and then select symmetric pattern with sewing, and then I'm going to press on shift, click one right here to place. And next I'm going to cut this part right here. So click on it, right click and then cut. Alright, so now we not only create skirt but we also create top. So next I'm going to come over here and then adjust a couple of things here. So to create skirt we want to have this kind of create this curve right here, and top we want to kind of create this top over here more kind of slim but also this a little curve. Okay, and after that let's unlink this top because we want to do a couple more things here. So right here I'm going to click on that line right there, right click and then select offset as internal line. I want to create two internal lines here. Okay, and then change this to individual and then selected line and change the value here to 1, then press on the tab key here, going to be 1.5, then press on and then click on OK here. And next I'm going to use this once again, guys, polygon /line tool and click one right here and then click one right here and press on return into on the keyboard. Now I'm going to switch the tool here to edit pattern tool and then hover the mouse over that yellow line, right click and then select cut. Alright, so next we want to create these measurements. So if I look at over here, right here, the original line here is 12.97, which is the same as here. So we want to match that line right here. To do so, let's convert this line here to baseline. Excuse me, I misclicked that. And now we're going to click one right there and then press on shift and click one right here, right click, and then I'm going to select, come down here. Well, we want to select match up from the center. Alright, so right here. Next I'm going to use that edit pattern tool here and let's click this, drag it in. Same right here, drag it in just like that. And then let's just bring this down just a little bit, create a better curve here. And right here, we want the front top to have a little bit better curve. And let's say I don't like that curve at all. I'm going to fix this, okay? So first of all, let's remove this piece that we don't want. I'm going to right click and then select delete here. So that will kind of clarify a little less confusing. So let's say I don't like the curve at all. What I will do here, switch my tool to add point / split line tool. Click one right there to add the point, and then press on the delete or backspace on the keyboard to delete. And then I will use this edit curvature tool. Okay, so guys, the rule of thumb here, to create the perfect curve for armhole, we want to click roughly 1/3 from the bottom, okay, and then drag it in to create the perfect curve, just like that. Okay, now we have the perfect curve. And next we are going to create sleeve. Okay, if we refer to the guideline, we have the sleeve right here. So the sleeve length right here roughly 60-ish. So I'm going to kind of have the rough estimate on the measurement. Once again, this guy, we are draping the pattern. We're not really drafting. Of course, you can also print the pattern out if you want to. However though, the more work you do in CLO, the less work you do outside. Let's say if you want to turn this pattern into a real garment, you would print out. By the way, I have a PDF sewing template where you can place. Let me show you that, by the way. So this PDF template, guys, you can place your 3D garment from CLO onto that template, and you can print it out with your home printer. Okay, so let me show you that. Etsy. And if you guys have any question about that, please let me know. So right here, essential for designer, right there, right here, this is digital PDF sewing template. I have 3 different templates in one price, guys. So $1.99, and you can have template for, this is A3, and then you have A4, and here US letter. By the way, okay, I have a request for you guys to create template video. Just want to let you know I'm working on it. I'm not really forget about it, okay? And when I'm finished, I will send you the video links, guys. And okay, get back to the CLO pattern. So you can place that pattern onto the template, print them out, and then test them. So what I'm saying is, the more you perfect your pattern in CLO 3D, the less work you have to do when you print the pattern out. So it's up to you. If you comfortable working out a CLO, let's say you trace the pattern on to the paper and then onto fabric, and then you modified it and then sew it several times, that will be fine. Or you can do it in CLO. Do it several times until you get the most accurate fit, and then when you print it out, you do less. Okay, so let's minimize this and get back to CLO. All right, so now we are going to draft sleeve. Okay, draft sleeve for this. Once again, guys, I have formula for drafting sleeve. When it comes to drafting sleeve, not a lot of people favorite. However though, if you know this formula, it make drafting sleeves so much easy, and it's always get it correct. Okay, like always, like almost always. I wouldn't say always, but almost. All right, so now let me show you that formula. So we want to measure this armhole. Okay, click right here, press on shift, click right here. Then we want to see total right here. So 3D line length here, 39.43. Let's write that down. 39.43. Alright, so what we're gonna do here, the formula, we're going to divide that by 2 and then subtract 4. And I will show you how to do that. So right here, 39.43 and then divide that by 2 is 19. So this number is as important as the number that we subtract by 4, okay? So 1970, okay, let's say 1972. We round it up. All right, and then let's subtract that by 4. Now it is 15.72. All right, so we are going to use both of the number. So let me show you. Okay, now we're going to use this rectangle tool here. Click on it, and we want to click one on the page here. And okay, now we're going to use this 15.72, okay? And the height, which is the sleeve length, roughly, I mentioned earlier, 60. So let's give it a 62. And then come down here, click on OK. So drafting sleeve never get any easier than that guy. So I'm going to bring it down here. All right, so next we're going to come down here. Let's right click and then create internal line here. We want to create, let's say, one internal line and then change that to all, and number, let's try it 11, and then click on OK. All right, and right here sleeve circumference roughly 12.5. So I'm going to create this internal line for 12.5. So right click and then select offset internal line and then type in 12.5 and then click on OK. So here we can draw this line. I will use this internal polygon slash line tool here, and then click one right here, click one right here, and then come down here, click twice it in. All right, so now you get to see kind of sleeve shape. Okay, all we need to do here, use this edit curvature tool and then click, drag it up. All right, so this is the number that I was talking about. We are going to use edit pattern tool here. So the first number was 19.72. So we are going to create this line right here, 1972. Okay, just like that. And that is the perfect sleeve. All we need to do here, click one right there on this internal shape, right click and then select cut. And now we create this perfect sleeve, and we will delete the pattern pieces that does not look like sleeve. In this case, simply click and then press on the delete or backspace on the keyboard. Now we have this sleeve, and we are going to remove this line too because we don't need it. We want this line though because this line could be a preference to the person who actually sold the garment. So as you can see right here, now we can unfold this. Simply use the edit pattern tool here, click one right there, right click and then select unfold, just like that. Now I'm going to kind of combine this point here, right click and then select merge to average, and let's remove that point. We don't need that point right there. And right now I can also remove this point here. All right, so another thing here, we are going to simply create notches for the sleeve. So to create notches for the sleeve, we are going to use the notch tool. And the rule of thumb, guys, we want one notch for the front and 2 notches for the back. To do so, I will click on this notch tool right here and then hover the mouse over that front part right there, right click, and then we want to type in 9 centimeter. Then click on OK, and right here hover the mouse over this front pattern here, right click and then type in 9 centimeter. By the way guys, if you look at right here, 9 centimeter, we want it from the bottom up. Okay, and then click on OK. Next we want to do right here, back side of the sleeve, right click, and this time we are going to type in 11. Okay, and as you can see right here, I just made a mistake. So instead of 11 from the bottom, I type in 11 from the top right here, which is the yellow line. We don't want that. We want it from the blue line. So I'm going to type in right here 11, just like that. And then I'm going to click on OK. And then I will do the second notch, which is hover the mouse over that line, right click, and then this time I will see right here the yellow and the blue, it's not always the same. So what it is, the shorter line will highlight it in yellow and the longer line will highlight it in blue. Okay, so I'm going to change that here because we want it 9 centimeters from the bottom. So I'm going to type in here 29 and then click on OK, and we'll create 2 notches from the back pattern. Okay, hover the mouse over there, right click, and then type in 11 for the first line, click on OK, and then right click, and this time we'll type in 9 for the second line and then click on OK. Alright, so now we create these perfect notches for the pattern. After that, we are going to place this pattern onto the avatar guide. To place the pattern onto the avatar, first we'll come over here. So first of all, you can also bring the pattern and then try to put it onto the avatar manually, but why do manually if CLO have automatic function that we can do it? So what we can do here, come over here to this avatar icon and then click on the show arrangement point, and all we need to do here, click one right here for the front and then hover the mouse over that avatar right there, click one right there to place the pattern, and click on the sleeve and hover the mouse over the arm right there, click one right there to place, and we're going to do the same here with the back pattern, hover the mouse over there, just like that. We're almost there, guys. Alright, next we're going to create this opposite side of this pattern. Alright, first of all, let's move this skirt. Seems like they're in the way. So let's skirt over here and let's move the top up a little too. Okay, now skirt over here. Alright, we are going to make a copy here. Simply my key selects all the pattern pieces, right click, and then select symmetric pattern with sewing. Okay, and I'm going to press on shift here and then click one right there to place. So now I'm going to sew the back pattern together and also the front pattern together. Alright, next let's sew this. I will use this free sewing tool, guys, and then sew the side same here. And since the pattern are linked together, we only need to do it one side here, and then it affects both. Okay, just like that. And we want to sew this sleeve, seam, and here this is important, we want to sew this sleeve. So to sew the sleeve, once again I'm using this free sewing tool. Begin by sewing this this bottom first on the sleeve. Click one right there to start, hover the mouse to the right, click one right there to end, then press on shift. You want to click one right here, right here, right here, and right here. Now I'm going to release the shift key, and right now let's double check, see if we sew everything. Yeah, it looks like we do sew everything. Alright, next I'm going to, let's strengthen the fabric, and don't worry about the skirt for now. I'm going to simulate, guys. Okay, so it's not bad for the first attempt, guys. For draping, we actually doing pretty good job, really. And then stop the simulation, and right now all we need to do is cut the trim, cut the sleeve, and create this perfect trim. Because refer to the image guideline here, we have trim right here for the hem and also for the sleeve. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so first of all, before we continue our work, guys, let's see. I'm going to go to file here and then select save as and save project, and I'm going to name this so like July 15 and Khmer dress, Khmer outfit. Okay, and I'm going to make a copy here because save it to desktop and select new folder, and I'm going to name it and click on create and then click on save. Alright, that is. So next I'm going to create the trim. Simply click right here, press on shift, click right here and right here. I'm going to right click and then select offset as internal line. I will change this value here to 7, maybe 6.5, and then I'm going to click on OK to confirm. And right click, I'm going to select cut and sew. Alright, so now we just create the trim. So I'm going to let's simulate to see the effects here. So as you can see right here, now we create this perfect trim for the top. Alright, so we are going to pause for this live session for now, guys, and we will continue for this project next week on Monday. I hope you guys enjoy the video and leave me a comment if you have any question about making pattern in Close 3D, and remember to go check it out, guys. Join the members so you guys can support Encoder Fashion and I can create more amazing pattern making tutorial with Close 3D. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching and see you next week.